Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the potential specs of the new DJI Action 6. Let's go! Boy oh boy, DJI been pulling out all the stops this year. New microphones, got the DJI Osmo Nano, got the DJI Osmo 360, pretty wild stuff. Now I've got my suspicions about the Nano. I think they've just got the sensors that just need to get rid of, and they've just rehoused an Action 5, because from what I've seen online, the Action 5 and the Action Nano that's just been released is pretty much identical image. So I'm just assuming that they literally, like a lot of camera manufacturers do this, they'll have a bunch of sensors that they need to get rid of before they bring out the new camera, which hopefully is obviously going to be the Action 6, and yeah, they just rehouse it and move on to something else. What we're going to talk about is obviously the potential leaked Action 6. Before we get into the video, next to me, as I do always, I've got an Easter egg for you. Try and guess, I don't know whether you can see it here or not, but try and guess what car that is from my Hot Wheels collection. It's a brand new one, looks pretty sick. I was hoping the colours were going to be better, but it is HKS, and it's good. You know, I would not cry if I was handed this car in real life. This is one of my dream cars when I was younger, so have a look at that. More JDM goodness. But why am I making this video? Who cares about the Action 5 or the Action 6? Well, I actually care, because I've got a race, my first race meet that I'll be filming, called the Burkett. I believe that's what it's called, in Silverstone. I have talked about it before in a previous video, because I'm now a part of the Army motorsport media team, sports car division, so that is sick. If you don't know what I'm on about, I did mention it in this video here. I'll link that up above, and I have this race on the 25th, it's a Saturday, and I am looking forward to it. Now it is October the 12th today, so I've literally got 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. Now I've seen that the Action 6 is potentially going to be released at the back end of October. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to get hold of one quick enough. It would be cool if DJI reached out to me, but I am a small channel, so I'm not even on their radar yet. Watch this space for a few years time. That'll be the plan, that'll be the dream, we'll see. But yeah, I have got this race coming up, and I really want an action camera to stick on some of the race cars, some of the roll cages, everything like that. So I'm really going to be testing my rigging options and putting my money where my mouth is. In this previous video that mentioned about rigging cameras to your cars, yeah, this will be sick. We'll see what happens, but I'm really excited for this one. I want to smash as many cool angles as I can with these cameras, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Straight off the bat, I already have a Insta360 Go. I've used this a couple of times, it's alright. This is from what work has given me. Pretty below par image quality in comparison to the Action 6, but obviously the they've brought out a successor to this which looks much better, but the Nano is obviously trying to compete with that. And then for as long as I can remember, I think 2020 this came out, I've had the Insta360 1R, which was the same size as the GoPro, obviously, but more of a modular system. You can take the 360 bit off, and you can take the brain bit out, and obviously the battery as well. It's alright. I've used it a couple of times, obviously. and it definitely does the job. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it just looks really, really over sharpened, oversaturated. This leads me on to my predicament of wanting to get the Action 5, because I do have a second lens bit to fit on here that fits on just to make it look like a GoPro. But I don't rate it, to be honest. Like I said, it's too sharp, too saturated. Just you strive for more, obviously. And obviously I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 and DJI drones. You'd like it obviously all to sync up with the color science with that D-Log-M. Without further ado, let's get into the potential specs of the Osmo Action 6. Now these are just rumoured specs, they're not confirmed yet, and they're just based on various people on X and some FCC filings. It's just going to be a side-by-side between the Osmo Action 5 and what could be in the Action 6. Now, sensor, this is going to be the biggest thing. It says a world first for action cams, but I can't remember if there's a 1-inch sensor. I'm pretty sure the Insta360 already had a 1-inch sensor, and then with a previous one they did like a Leica match with this 1R, and then they also did, I'm pretty sure they did an inch with the Ace 2 or whatever it is, but correct me if I'm wrong, comment below if you know of an action camera that's already a 1-inch sensor. But if this is a 1-inch sensor, then the low light's going to be immense, and that's what I'm after. I'm after the great color science, great highlight roll-offs, and good dynamic range. Now, the old Osmo 5, 4K 120, 1080 at 240 frames a second, and that glorious 10-bit D-Log-M. Now, apparently, obviously rumoured, the Action 6 might be the 8K 30 frames. Still to have the 4K 120 and the 1080 at 240 with still the D-Log-M. But whether it has 8K, I don't know. Do we even need 8K? I don't think I would ever use 8K. No. Photo resolution, I've never even taken a photo on an action cam before, not intentionally anyway. I did do as a tester with this 360 because you can do 360 photos, which is good obviously for like a Google review or something like that of an area, but never really done it myself. Action tracking, rocksteady on DJI stuff is just immense, so that would be class. Battery life, 1.5 to 2 hours, and the Action 5 is, what's that off the top of my head? That is 4 hours, which is pretty wild. That's at 1080 though, and this is rumoured obviously 4K, so we'll see, we shall see. But screens, similar screens I would have thought, but I wonder if this, because I don't think it's been integrated yet. When I saw the review of the DJI mountain bike, they were talking about having your, eventually one day you'll be able to match up all of the data, like, well, speed, G-force, loads of stuff will be paired between your bike and your action cam, and then obviously put that data over the top of the footage so that when you're playing back the footage, it's got all of the telemetry everywhere, which would be sick. So whether that happens, no idea. Waterproofing, good for the rain. Good for driving, obviously, because this is going to be for car use case that I would like it for, which I'll explain afterwards. But yeah, waterproofing, this would be mega for the rain. This could replace sticking on the back of my car when it's raining too much and I can't put the Osmo, what do you call it, Osmo Pocket on the back, but we'll see what happens with that. Connectivity, it just says it's similar connectivity. Oh yeah, so now we're on the connectivity. Smartwatch integration. Apparently, I've got a Garmin, and some of the stuff that you can do with an Apple Watch is mega, with obviously the increased apps and stuff like that. So do I get an Apple Watch one day? Comment below if you think an Apple Watch is worth it. I've never got one because I used to do a lot of ultra marathons, long distance running, and my Garmin that I've got now, you can get like 10 plus hours of battery life whilst using the GPS, so absolutely gleaming. But obviously I don't well, not obviously, but because of injuries and stuff like that, I don't really do long distance anymore, so I don't necessarily need that. I don't also want to charge my phone, charge my watch every single day. It's just an absolute nose. So yeah, I don't know about that. Storage then, this would be mega. So 64 gigs internal, or micro SD up to 1 terabyte. Now I really could do with getting a decent micro SD card and just keeping it in there, because what I tend to do is swap out the 360 camera SD card with my drone SD card that goes into the FPV drone SD card. It's just a flipping nightmare. So 64 gigs internal at a pinch would be a mega addition. Other perks then, AI low light modes, not sure about that. I know that the Insta360 Ace 2, I think it was, had AI stuff where it literally had like AI so that the subject you can manipulate afterwards to do like some sort of glitchy stuff, or make it into like robot stuff, or use an AI for low light, but I don't know, we'll see. 360-degree horizon lock. Obviously that's 360 degrees in a 2D, not an Osmo 360, for example. Time code sync, that would be sick. And then the old one, super night mode, slow mode, voice control. Yeah, well, I don't think you're going to lose anything with the next iteration, but we'll see. Estimated price, no way is it going to be 300. The same price, going to be much more expensive, I would say. I've no idea, obviously, but God knows. And then obviously standard price at the moment is obviously in dollars, $349 or 449 US for the adventure pack. But I have seen today and a couple of days ago, not just because of Amazon Prime deals, but also just the price is like 260 or 270 pounds, something like that, for the Action 5. Now I've seen it before where when brands are going to bring out new products, they tend to drop the price obviously of the previous ones, especially DJI. So fingers crossed, we shall see. And the weight, pretty much the weight seems to be the same from what I can see. It doesn't seem to be too much. Now the big standout upgrades, obviously the sensor jump potential to be a 1-inch sensor. We'll see, we shall see. 8K, not sure about that. Smartwatch, not sure about that. My main thing, the reason why I want it is because it's going to be low light and some extra tech. Who doesn't like a bit of extra decent tech? So let me know in the comments below if you think I should get the Action 5 or if I should just wait out and get the Action 6. Like I said at the start of the video, I haven't got long left. I've only got a couple of weeks, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, just thought I'd make a quick video because it's nearly game time for DJI. And I'm intrigued and excited to see what this is, but the Action 5 is mega. So if you're at a pinch, this is not sponsored, but if you're at a pinch, I would definitely consider the Action 5. Is like, who is GoPro anymore? I don't even know how GoPro's still surviving, so yeah, it's pretty much between DJI and Insta360 really. So let me know in the comments below which you think I should get. Shall I hold out for the Action 6 or shall I get the Action 5? I've literally got a couple of weeks to decide. We'll have a gander, and then what I'll do is try and do a review of it, whichever one I get, and see what happens. But that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Please click the links in the description below. I've got a few offers on there. I've got a free exposure guide. I've got a discount code and loads of affiliate links for some of the kits that I use or that I may have reviewed. So without further ado, thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one.